I don't like my chances of getting the rebound.
7'9" Olivier Rio. He will be chatting with Erica Weston later in the broadcast. He is one of the tallest people to ever play college basketball. He's actually the tallest in college hoops history. Hey, he threw it in the bottom of the zone anyway.
That's a good pitch too.
The tallest man that's ever lived was probably a Cardinal fan. Robert Wadlow from Alton, Illinois, was 8'11".
Oh. Wow. Oh.
Walbert Urania, he stands tall on the mound for the Angels here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he's throwing the ball so well. We've been so impressed with his poise and his stuff. It's been great this season. 2.88 ERA, my go-tos for to continue on this amazing stretch for the youngster. 22-year-old is that tight break on his sweeper. It's been a very effective pitch when you think about the numbers, 13 punch-outs, but sinker, the changeup combo with that sinker down working that changeup, 48 punchies with that pitch there between the sinker and the changeup working. So that's going to be a big one today, especially with this Cardinal lineup. They could score some runs.
Especially the top of that Cardinal lineup. J.J. Weatherhold has had an impressive rookie season. Ivan Herrera has a 3-homer game in his career against the Angels. Alec Burleson playing first base. Walker has been tremendous this year in right field. Newt Barr's had a nice season since returning from a couple of injuries. And there is Oliver Marmol, the manager of the Cardinals. You know, trying to hold off them team giants who said they wanted to manage. Yadier Molina and Albert Pujols remain in the background as Oliver Marmol continues to lead this new version of the Cardinals, who've been better than expected and are in the wild card hunt in the National League.
Yeah, they played really good baseball. I mean, a little bit of a tough time of late, but they played some solid baseball this season. So I think he's done a tremendous job with the Cardinals. And the defense behind Urania. Anytime you think about Urania's going to get a lot of ground ball action. Peraza at second base, 6 defensive run saved, 20 double plays turned with him and Neto form a real good combination up the middle. Grissom, Sean Noel in the infield, also Logan O'Hoppe behind the plate, Syria on the left, Trout, Joe Adell in right field. But Peraza has been really good at second base.
Well, we're back at it here tonight after we were handed a night off by ESPN yesterday, and the Angels pulled off a nice victory, a walk-off win. Jose Soriano pitched well last night,
He threw the ball really well. Even going into the game yesterday, he says, you know what, I feel great, I feel refreshed, and he was ready to go, and he threw the ball outstanding.
I'm refreshed as well. And there's the first pitch of the game to J.J.
And you look
Weatherhold.
refreshed too, Wayne, I might add.
Well, thank you. 1 ball, no strikes on Weatherhold, who has done a tremendous job this year as a rookie. Has not been very long since Weatherhold was drafted by the Cardinals, and the big swing there. He was the 7th overall pick just 2 years ago out of West Virginia University. He was born in Baltimore, but he went to high school in Mars, PA, right outside of Pittsburgh. You know, they have that alien convention every year in Mars.
Yes. I thought that was in our booth every day.
Well, that too. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a little chopper toward the third base side. It's Grissom cutting in front of Neto, and there's the first out of the game for Walbert Urania.
Yeah, again, fell behind 1-0. He's done that quite a bit. Not a lot of first pitch strikes, but he's able to battle back in the counts right away, and he got soft contact again on that sinker.
Getting spoiled by seeing these throwback uniforms every day.
Yeah, they do look good. Real good.
Walbert Urania gets the first out on a ground out. He'd love to see many more of those. A little tougher to keep this guy on the ground, Ivan Herrera, who is doing the catching here tonight for the Cardinals. Sometimes he'll DH. In fact, he'll often DH, but he is behind the plate for tonight's game. Big open stance and a solid, firm swing from the right-handed batting catcher Herrera.
Yeah, tremendous power, and a lot of power against the halos in his career, so you got to be careful with him, especially on fastballs. Sweeper should come into play, I think, today against him.
Fastball misses, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Herrera's only hit 35 home runs as a major leaguer, 11 of them this year. He had a career high 19 last season, but he punched out 3 of them in 1 game against the Angels. There's a strike to make it 1-2.
It's interesting, that stance, open stance, but he has that toe turn in there on the front foot to keep him balanced and making sure he's driving towards the plate. So that's very important for a great view right there.
Bounces it foul.
That's a good view of that. And the bottom line, when you're pitching and you see that, and you know he's going to close up quickly, is a change in speeds, because then he's going to fly open more than likely.
There were some batters that did that in your era.
Bobby Bonilla was a guy that did something like that. You had, Ruben Sierra would do that.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Did you view it as an advantage?
Yes, I try it when, not that I could do that as far as, because I was all into being competitive as quick as possible. There was times when I would try to slow down my delivery, especially with Bobby Bonilla. We had the high leg kick, had that open stance, he was just driving towards you.
Full count on Herrera now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. One thing about Urania, he is not typically quick to put hitters away.
And that's why the pitch count jumps up on him.
Full count here. It's 3-2 on the Cardinal catcher. And a smack in the left center field for a base hit. Siri gets to it, which holds Herrera at first. It's a sharp 1-out single. It was a 100-mile-an-hour pitch, but 104 miles an hour off the bat, and it was a lengthy at bat, which we have seen more of from Urania in his last 4 starts.
Yeah, I mean, part of it is too, you kind of get caught up in the strikeouts, but I think with his pitch repertoire, when you think it's sinker and changeup, I think you should try to, your mindset has to be 2 or 3 pitches max, finish off in a bat.
Alec Burleson swings and fouls off the first pitch. Rare that Urania even gives up a hit in the first inning of a game. So far in his rookie season, opponents have just 7 hits in 50 at bats against him in the first.
We always take a look up at the 5th inning without a hit allowed.
Did that a couple times in a row. In fact, over his last 3 starts, he had only allowed 1 hit within the first 4 innings of a game. So a rare first inning knock allowed, with Herrera lining that ball into left center. Burleson has power, 15 home runs on the year. And he hits this ball sharply, but on the ground. It's reached by Peraza with a dive, but he has no throw. Shonowell couldn't reach it on the initial attempt. Then Peraza dove to keep it near the infield. But Burleson has a base hit. Herrera goes to second.
Yeah, that was some soft contact on that changeup. I think there's a play there at first base if he was able to get that transfer for Peraza. He's got such good range. That's well in the outfield grass. Almost got to it. Already some stress here for Urania. That's the thing about him, though. Keeps himself under control, especially with who's coming to the plate right now.
Yeah, it's a guy you don't want to see in an RBI situation. Jordan Walker has Major League Baseball's best 76 runs batted in. It's ball 1 to the big slugging right fielder of the Cardinals, who went from bust to boom in 2026. Over the last few seasons, Cardinals fans and executives, managers, coaches scratching their heads over how to get Walker to find his potential. Well, he's done it and then some this year as he flails at that sinker at 100 for Urania.
So a 101 and a 100-mile-an-hour sinker. You can see Walker going, wow. That was firm.
Well, consider the All-Star break, and Walbert Urania hasn't pitched since July 8th, so almost 2 weeks, and his arm looks fresher than ever. 1 ball, 1 strike, and a swing and a miss on another darting sinker at 101. It's free and easy.
Wow,
now.
it's like Soriano said before his start yesterday. I talked to him on Sunday. He goes, I feel so good. You could almost sense the same thing here with Urania, how fresh his arm feels and looks like right now.
1 ball, 2 strikes. You said that we're refreshed. So Walbert Urania is extremely refreshed after not having pitched in almost 2 weeks. Last in line after the All-Star break as far as the rotation goes. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count on Walker. A fly ball to right off the end of the bat. It's shallow. In comes Adele, long run, and he gets to it to make the catch.
Went sinker again. That almost working its way towards 102. It was 101.5, the sinker.
This is about as hard as we've seen Urania throw. So now 2 outs, and Walker with his 76 RBIs has a seat to bring up Lars Nootbaar. Nootbaar had some issues in his heels earlier in the season, and he missed the first couple months of the year. Another local area kid out of El Segundo. There are a few local players on this Cardinal roster.
Pretty good sweeper there. He was able to take that. 2 out of 4 first pitch strikes.
About par for the course for Urania. There's strike one to Nootbaar. The count is even. Nootbaar, one of the few veterans in this Cardinal lineup. Maybe really the only veteran in this Cardinal lineup. Takes a strike at the knees. Another 101.
101.
Driving the freeway.
Yes, he's really driving at 101.
1 ball and 2 strikes on Lars Nootbaar. Herrera's at second base, Burleson at first. And Urania got a late swing from Nootbaar to stay alive.
It's a pretty nasty sinker too. So you have him swinging at a sinker away. You almost feel like you could try that changeup as long as you don't overthrow it.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Foul back.
4-seamer 101. Just watching over Herrera at second base, just wondering sometimes when they get that lead, they look in there to just even give location of the pitch. You see him going with his 1 foot, he'll scratch the dirt. See right there.
It just misses. Tonight already in the first inning, we have seen the 6 fastest pitches from Walbert Urania this season. The 6 fastest.
Wow.
Including that last one to Walker that topped out at 101.5. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Lars Nootbaar. A little chopper off the plate as once again
I know he had some time in, because you think about it, still he hasn't thrown a lot of professional baseballs. I mean, he hasn't in whether it's in the minor leagues and especially now at the major league level. So you haven't thrown a lot, so then you have this little bit of a break he's had between his last start. He's feeling extremely strong. It's good for his fastball. Now you have to think about, is it going to be good for those secondary pitches? Because sometimes when you feel that strong, you overthrow those pitches, and then it becomes an issue where you spot it.
Seen much of that changeup here. And there's one that had Nootbaar. It looked like a changeup at least.
Yeah, that was a change. I'm going to say that's a changeup.
But as you were just talking about, with the fastball faster, now the changeup is faster.
So you feel that, and there's not a huge separation of the speeds of those pitches. So another fairly long at bat for him again. 2
balls, 2 strikes, and the fastball blazed a bit low. Logan O'Hoppe,
that could have been challenged.
Yep, he could have. And he probably would have won. That was one of those that was right on the edge. So now full count on Nootbaar, first and second. The runners will go. Long inning here, and another foul back. So with this velocity uptick for Walbert Urania so far tonight, has come a lot of foul balls and a lengthy first inning.
But we also say a lot now with hitters, they can hit velocity. But now you're looking for some movement, maybe a little separation, some of the speeds here too.
He's now thrown at least 9 pitches faster than any other this season in this inning, and that last one blows away Lars Nootbaar.
Another 101 plus.
A refreshed Walbert Urania, 2 weeks since his last outing, blazing through the Cardinals in the first. By Cadillac of Laguna Niguel with Zach Neto leading off. Then Mike Trout batting second. Shawnuel hits third. Jorge Soler remains in the cleanup spot as the DH. Vaughn Grissom at third base. Adele in right field after a couple of hits and the walk-off RBI yesterday. Peraza, Siri, and O'Hoppe the bottom of the order against a left-hander that has had his fair share of struggles this year, Matthew Liberatore.
You know, his fastball gets hit quite a bit, but he does have 2 really solid breaking pitches between his curveball and his slider, though there's some power numbers against him, but batting average wise, it's been a struggle against him as a hitter.
Zach Neto starts it off, and it's strike 1 from Liberatore. 17 home runs allowed this year, although he has not given up any in his last 3 starts. He's been working with a new pitch mix. He had a good outing in his last start against the Atlanta Braves, really his first good outing in a while, as he gets ahead of Neto 0-2.
My go-to is to be successful against him tonight, and the approach you're going to have against him to be able to score some runs and score some runs early today. His power, his fastball. We mentioned a batting average against fast, 316, 6 home runs, but also doing some damage on the breakable. It's combined, even though I mentioned those numbers are good batting average wise for him. He's given up 10 home runs versus his slider and curveball.
Went 6 scoreless innings in his last start against Atlanta. Before that, his ERA was .771 over his previous 6 outings. There's a drive to left off the bat of Neto. That's falling for a base hit. Leadoff man on for the Angels.
And the defense, the Cardinals, generally, when you think about good defense, you look at the shortstop position win. He's unbelievable. Won a Gold Glove last season for the Cardinals. Already this season, he's at 5 defensive runs saved, 60 double plays turned. He is a phenomenal shortstop.
That's one of the best throwing arms of any infielder in baseball.
And yeah, Weather holdover, we're going to probably talk about him defensively tomorrow. An outstanding defender at second.
All one to Mike Trout. Looked like Trout was waving Neto to second base, but Neto didn't get the message and remained at first after that ball kicked away from Herrera.
Herrera's had his fair share of problems throwing out would-be base stealers.
Maybe that's what Zach's waiting for.
Yes.
He said, I don't want the wild pitch advancement. I want to steal one. Herrera hasn't thrown out a base runner since 2024. And Neto has a huge lead. You have to be a little careful with Liberator because he does have a few pickoffs this year.
Yeah, and he's got 6 in his career.
1 ball, 1 strike on Trout. Pretty close play on that pickoff attempt. Last time Herrera caught a runner stealing, you have to go back to September 1st, 2024 at Yankee Stadium. In his career, he has only thrown out 6 out of 107 base stealing attempts.
That is unreal.
That's tough to handle. Ripped to the left side, through for a base hit. Jordan couldn't reach it. Neto scampers for third. Here comes the throw from Nootbaar. He's out. Very aggressive first to third opportunity for Zach Neto with the play in front of him, and the left fielder Nootbaar threw a strike.
Yeah, you want to be aggressive, but when it's right in front of you, we talk about how good this defense can be. He charges when well, good throwing position, quick throw, out by quite a bit.
Well, we're seeing the Cardinals on the field, and here is one of baseball's cardinal sins, making the first out of the inning at third base, especially after back-to-back hits.
That was a rocket too by Trout. That was 106.5. We're seeing a lot of 100 miles an hour for pitches and hits already.
So a rough base running move by Neto there to get thrown out at third. And that's how the first out is recorded behind Liberator here today. 2 balls, no strikes on Nolan Shonowell, who has been one of the hottest hitters in baseball lately. He has 15 hits in his last 30 at bats, and he's batted .367 over his last 21 games. 2 balls and 1 strike, the count on Shonowell. For Nootbaar, his 3rd outfield assist this year. The Cardinals have 17 as a team. Walker has a good chunk of those in right field, but that was gifted to Nootbaar on a ball that was really sharp off the bat of Trout.
It's impressive how quick he got rid of it on the release. He even shortened up his throw.
Nootbaar, rather Liberator, gets the slider over for a strike to make it a full count on Shonowell.
3-1 slider too.
See how Nolan has turned his season around. He says he's finally healthy. Remember, early in the season was having those leg issues, having a hard time pushing off. Since that health has turned the corner, so has Shonowell's numbers. But he takes ball 4, and Herrera did not offer to challenge on that. And it missed, so it's a good out for Shonowell as he draws the walk.
These are those innings too, Wayne. You got to believe you got to score some runs, especially when you have. I mean, put it in perspective: 2 hits and a walk already in this inning.
Well, here's Soler, who could use something to go in his favor. It's been a rough time for Jorge Soler of late. His batting average has plummeted to .204. He's hit just .137 in his last 14 games. He has not homered in that stretch. He has struck out 21 times.
Got a chance, especially with the lefty here, that one of either slider, curveball to work on the inner part of the plate. He can lift it in the air.
You feel good about this matchup, and there's a line drive. There's a base hit. The Angels get on the board. Mike Trout comes home. Some trouble for Nootbaar left. Shotwell runs through the stop sign. Wynn fires it home. He's safe.
Wow, especially challenging that arm. I think it shocked everybody. He is the invisible man sometimes running. Shotwell. Oh, wow.
Angels take a 2-0 lead. Soler gets at least one RBI. See if there's any error down here in the corner. Now he played it straight through.
Yeah, you can tell Wynn was shocked that he was going. He might even seen the stop sign being put up. A KJ.
So it's a 2-run double for Jorge Soler.
He says, "See, I'm telling you, they don't see me."
And now Grissom lines one the other way. That's a base hit. Soler's being sent home. Walker fires it to the plate. Soler is safe. Herrera couldn't handle the throw. Grissom ends up at second. It's 3-0 Halos.
Boy, the Halos have played some aggressive base running here. Well, I wasn't thinking real good thoughts on that throw, especially because Walker's got a good arm out there in the outfield. Another good swing by Von Grissom. Man, has he been swinging the bat well. Goes inside out on that fastball.
Well, it would have been an interesting play, and Herrera handled the throw, but he boxed it.
One hop throw. Yeah, I think if he's able to field that cleanly, he's got time to make him play at the plate.
Looked like he was trying to catch a toaster.
Time for Hyundai Key for the game today. Aha, yes. Take on me. I mean, get in those spots, get in those hitters counts, and take on me. So far, there's some good swings for the Halo. Hey, by the way, one of the all-time great videos on MTV.
No doubt about it. Aha.
Yes. Take on me. Come on.
Angels only had one first-inning run in their last 8 games entering tonight. Well, they have taken on Matthew Liberatore for 3 runs. Liberatore himself has not retired a batter yet. All 5 Angels have reached safely. Neto the only out on the base paths as Joe Adell looks at a strike. Adell a 680 OPS overall, but 878 against left-handers. He is still crushed southpaws and hits that ball like a rocket, but foul.
That's a curveball. That's the one where I've talked about how he's giving up some home runs. Johnson's moving around. He's like, I'm working. I got to move my hamstrings. I'm moving all over the place here at third base.
That ball is smashed. Left field. Way back. Hang on. Home run. Joe Adell crushing another lefty and making it a 5-run first for the Angels.
0-2 smash. Adell says hello to that with 110. We talked about it today on the pregame show. Once a power hitter gets locked in, Joe Adell is locked in. Hurricane was talking to him also. He's locked in right now with that power swing. Wow.
What a first inning this has been for the Angels. Their most productive this year. 5 runs in the first. Liberatore has allowed all 6 to reach safely. And Adell has homered in back-to-back games. A strike to Oswald Peraza.
Maybe it'll be like last year in June where Adell just gets hot like that and it starts crushing baseball. That had some serious bat speed. Like yesterday was 86.6.
We have not seen Joe go on that big run of home run swings, but now in back-to-back games he's delivered.
Break a ball again. He's creating that bat speed. Bam! Catching that out in front. 405. Went from the 101 freeway to the 405. Well, all in one inning.
At least Nootbaar's comfortable hearing those numbers. Swing and a miss by Peraza, and finally Liberatore gets an out of his own making. First batter that is retired. 2 outs in the inning. 5 runs home. Soler a 2-run double. Grissom an RBI single to score Soler, and then Joe Adell with a 2-run smash to left. Here's Jose Siri. Well, for Liberatore, this is kind of how it's been most of the year. He's allowed 18 homers now in 94 innings. He was their opening day starter at the beginning of this season. The ball's 2 strikes, and they're trying to make it happen. He's 26, first-round pick, although not their first-round pick. He was traded to the Cardinals in that Randy Arozarena deal now several years back. But largely developed in their system. Big guy, good arm. They want him to be a starter. It just doesn't seem to be working out the way they'd like it to.
When your fastball is being hit like this a lot, you're relying a lot on your secondary pitches. And if you're not perfect with your spots in your slider and curveball, like we saw that curveball, an 0-2 pitch to Adell, that's what's going to happen to you.
The ball's 2 strikes on Jose Siri, and a swing and a miss to end the inning. But the most productive first inning for the Angels this year, a 5-spot and a Joe Adell smash. The Joe Show alive and well here at the Big A.
Angels picking up where they left off in the ball game last night. A couple big swings from Vaughn Grissom and Joe Adell. Everybody in the Angels dugout in the 9th inning last night thought that Vaughn Grissom had a home run in the bottom of the 9th inning. He thought so too. You probably saw a nice little bat flip there. He said, I don't know what it was, the marine layer, the half moon. I broke my good bat earlier in the day. I don't know why that one didn't go out, but it ended up being a game-tying double. Overall, good night for Joe Adell, though, who homered earlier in the game last night before that walk-off hit by pitch. He told me before the game today that the All-Star break the week after, really grinding at the plate. So he just went into the approach of simplifying, looking for pitches. He took a lot more pitches during the game yesterday than he had in previous nights. So just looking to kind of really be stingy in there, look for pitches I can try to hit, and good things happen. And hey, sure enough, a home run in back-to-back nights, guys.
Yeah, both on breaking balls too. So he's tracking it, not being overly concerned having 2 strikes on him. That's just some good swings for Joe.
Good to see from Joe Adell. The Angels with a 5-run first against Matthew Liberatore. Now Walbert Urania throwing 98 to start the second. We saw triple digits a number of times from Urania, including his 10 fastest pitches of the season so far in the top of the first.
It's amazing though for Joe Adell, back-to-back games with home runs with 2 strikes on him. He had not hit one with 2 strikes on him this season. Back-to-back games doing that.
2 balls and a strike on Mason Wynn, the leadoff batter here in the second. Now Urania threw 16 pitches that reached triple digits in the first.
That's unreal.
Is there a conversation needed in between innings, or does the arm just kind of settle after?
I think he felt good that first inning. Now you're going to see him starting using his pitches and not thinking overthrowing.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Mason Wynn.
You didn't overthrow that at 99.
Second strikeout for Urania.
And speaking of how he tunnels his pitches, take a look at our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. You mentioned that 4-seam, sinker, sweeper, changeup, all from that same arm action. The tunneling action is so good. Here it is, sinker right now, staying on top. Starts, looks like it's going to be a strike, out of the strike zone, but you got, with that kind of velocity as a hitter, you have to respect that. You got to start the barrel out there and unable to go and make contact with that sinker when it went below the strike zone.
One out, and the batter is Nathan Church, another local area kid. He smacks one toward left center field. It's right at Trout. 2 outs in the inning. Church out of El Toro High School.
They've had some pretty good baseball players out of that school. Mainly third baseman out of that school.
2 outs in the inning. Church is 5'10", baseball player out of UC Irvine. He's 23 inches shorter than the basketball player from UC Irvine we saw earlier.
I'm still this completely shocked at that.
Olivier Rioux.
He is Sir Lawrence.
He's 2 Sir Lawrence.
Yes.
Stacked up on each other. This is Blaze Jordan with 2 outs and the base is empty.
This is where your mindset has to be, I got 2 fairly quick outs. I don't want to have a long at bat here. I've got to have a quick one, put up that shutdown 0 and get the guy swinging the bat again.
Urania threw 28 pitches in the first inning. That's his 10th pitch here in the second. 2 balls and a strike on Jordan. Line drive caught by Neto. So quick inning for Urania. 1-2-3 in the second. Line drives for you. How about that line drive from Neto, Trout, Soler with a double to knock in 2. Vaughn Grissom a line drive the other way. And Adele a long line drive.
Wow, look at you.
I'm just liming it up.
Yes, you are.
5-0. The Angels have the lead. Logan O'Hoppe stands in. First at bat for the number 9 batter as he looks at a strike from Liberator. Got roughed up in the first inning. First 6 Angels reached safely. Liberator not allowed a homer in his last 3 starts, but he's given one up tonight. Here's a little cue shot up the middle from O'Hoppe. Trying to leg it out for a base hit, but he's thrown out by Weatherhold. 1 out. One away as Neto stands in at a base hit his first time. Well, he was thrown out at third, making the first out of the inning. You don't often see a base running mistake like that just get washed over by a 5-run inning.
Yeah, we don't even have to talk about it.
Normally you dwell on it because it costs you runs. Yeah. And you don't have the big inning because of it, but well, the Angels just drove right by it. They line drive their way right to a 5-run inning after.
We'll probably be swinging first pitch. I couldn't quite get, but yeah.
Neto's hitting .417 on the first pitch this year, and we know what kind of damage he's done against high velocity fastballs. Two balls, no strikes, the count on Zach. His next home run will give him 20 on the year. His 3rd straight season with at least 20 homers and 20 doubles. It's a line drive headed toward left center field for a base hit. Dupar cuts it off. Neto will not test Dupar this time.
That's a good idea. You didn't do that.
Can't give a guy 2 outfield assists in 2 innings.
Good swing again, though. That baseball was hit 107.5 off the bat. You gotta add that into your line drive.
Well, here is Trout, who ripped a single his first time. He blazed it past a guy named Blaze at third base. Soft roller this time, and Weatherholt shows off his athleticism for a double play. To the Big A, first 25,000 fans Wednesday, July 29th against the Astros will receive a City Connect beach towel courtesy of Tempe Tourism. Angels.com/promotions for more info. These kids are having a nice time.
Yes.
Comfortable seats too, it looked like. Bryant.
That's perfect speed on that changeup that time, Wayne. 91 mile an hour changeup.
Brian Torres taking it for strike 1. Another guy with an open stance in this Cardinal lineup. Herrera, Wynn, and now Torres, all pretty open in the batter's box.
Kind of opposite of Jack Clark back in his day.
Jack Clark very closed off.
Yep.
With his stance. This guy is not. It's like back then generally. And the Cardinals certainly had some great teams in the 80s. One that fell a little short against the Royals in '85.
They tried though.
2 balls and a strike on Torres.
George Hendrick had that closed stance too with the Cardinals and the Angels.
I feel like you saw like so many different guys had different batting stances. You saw just a plethora of varied stances from player to player and in everybody's lineup. Seems like you see less and less of that now. Everybody kind of has the same general plan. Hands in the same spots, legs in the same spots. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Torres. So it's worth highlighting every time we see someone who does have more open stance like Torres does, or like Herrera did earlier, or more close stance. Not too many guys have that. Giancarlo Stanton, one that comes to mind. As Torres bounces one foul. But in your day when you pitched, guys had their hands up everywhere. Franco's got his hands over his head.
Yeah, there was a bunch of different stances in where they hold their hands.
What a counsel all the way.
Yes.
How goofy he looked when he was batting. 3-2 the count on Torres here.
A lot of guys would lay their bat on their shoulder from the Charlie Lau theory of hitting.
Well, Mickey Tettleton with that bat all the way at his hip. The bat parallel to along his hip.
He had incredible power.
Three balls and 2 strikes on Torres. Ureña's retired 5 in a row.
.100-mile-an-hour four-seamer again. It's a little late on that one.
Brian Torres, a 29-year-old rookie. And he takes ball 4, so that's the first walk issued by Ureña tonight. Leadoff man on for the Cardinals here in the 3rd.
That's always the tough one. Now you get to that top of the order where there's a lot of success and a lot of danger at the top after the number 9 hitter walks on a long at bat too.
It's J.J. Weatherholt standing in here. He grounded out his first time. Weatherholt trying to hold his swing there, but he could not. Weatherholt just got paid a couple of weeks ago, given an 8-year contract extension with the Cardinals, worth $112 million. That'll do.
Yeah. Talk about a great all-around player. 10 stolen bases, hasn't been caught. Phenomenal defender at second. He's got some pop too. He's got 24 extra base hits so far.
Balls 2 strikes the count on Weatherholt, who was believed to be an all-star snub. Sometimes it's hard for rookies to break through as all-stars, even when they do have the credentials. And we just saw Kevin McGonigal get in. 1 ball 2 strikes on Weatherholt, who's been kind of the National League's answer to Kevin McGonigal. Pretty similar type of player, a little bit more power than McGonigal in terms of home runs, but you can see the similarities in their games. Guys are getting called up to the major leagues quicker. They're getting paid quicker than they ever have been before. We're talking about major contracts, 9-figure deals for guys with very little major league experience. McGonigal and Weatherholt among many that have signed those types of extensions this year. Connor Griffin did at 20 years old.
Yep.
1 ball 2 strikes.
Good pitch there.
And it's strike 3 call to Weatherholt.
Good changeup there. Already 13 foul balls against Ureña. That's a real good changeup, right at the bottom of the zone here. Able to turn that one over.
One out as Herrera stands in. Had a base hit his first time. Let's see how hard Herrera hits the ball. And you can envision him being a right-handed batter that hits into a lot of double plays. And he does. He has hit into 13 double plays.
Yeah, I mean, when you hit the baseball that hard, you're going to hit into some double plays.
And there's a chance right there. Around the horn with a bounce throw to second. And the return throw in time. Grissom looking for the style points.
It's going Magic Johnson. The Valdez. Oh, Magic Man.
To the Big A, where earlier tonight the tallest player in college basketball history, Olivier Ryu, was throwing out the first pitch ahead of tonight's game. He is here along with all of his University of California Irvine Anteaters basketball teammates. Olivier, great to have you here. You go from center court to the mound here at the Big A, throwing out the first pitch. How'd you feel out there?
I felt great. I think I did a good job.
You did. You threw a strike, no doubt. And you also got an opportunity to meet Mike Trout before the game, take a picture with him. I know basketball is your thing, but how was it meeting Mike Trout?
It was nice. I think an athlete shows an athlete, and I showed him good respect.
Very cool. I think he had a big smile on his face, so I think he was pretty excited to meet you. Now, you're 7'9". How old were you when you started playing basketball?
I was 5 years old, and at that time I was 6 foot.
6 feet at 5 years old?
Yeah.
How tall are your parents?
My dad 6'8", my mom 6'2".
Okay, so what did basketball come naturally to you at 5 years old, or how did it work?
My brother played for a while, and then I just was on the bench and I started playing.
Okay, obviously a lot of people wanted to take a picture with you. Pretty cool to have you on the baseball field. Who's the most famous person that you've ever taken a photo with?
I think Shaquille O'Neal or Mr. Beast.
Very cool. When did you meet Shaq?
Shaquille O'Neal, I met him a couple of times because he's a DJ, and I went to his concert and he saw me, so it was great.
How was it?
It was great. He's a good DJ and he's a great person, and he gave me a little tips and stuff. So
he's a good guy to get basketball advice from, no doubt. Last one before we get you out of here, so you and your teammates can enjoy the night. You haven't met Victor Wembanyama yet, no?
No, I have not.
We got to make that happen.
Yeah, we do.
Do you follow his career?
Oh yeah, yeah.
What about his career do you like, besides, obviously being tall like you?
I like that he's being able to play through adversity and play through everybody tackling him or whatever, and he's just a good guy. And I think me that speaks French in Quebec and him that speaks French from France is going to be a nice duo or a nice person to meet.
It's a good connection, Olivier. Thank you so much for the time. We really enjoy it. Have fun with your teammates here tonight.
Thank you.
All right, the Angels will be hosting UCI night here at the Big A on August 15th. Guys, back up to you.
Boy, Hulk Hogan body slammed a guy who sounded just like that at WrestleMania 3, Andre the Giant.
Yes. Wow.
Why don't they clear out the seat in front of him, let him put his legs over the top? Make us just crushing him in there.
Oh, that's so awesome how he got to beat Shaq.
We could see him standing up from here.
Oh, look at it. We were talking about Kenley Jansen warming up in the bullpen. You would be able to see him warming up from the Honda Center.
Erica is now 4 steps ahead of him, and she still is not as tall as he is.
Oh my!
It's unbelievable. Olivier Rioux of UC Irvine. There it is. He is. You don't want to have the seat behind him. You can't see home plate at all. Home plate's a mystery. So there, it's one almost in there.
No, look at. He's like, whoa! It'll be a total eclipse. Oh wow!
There's Grace McNamee from Angels PR, who's all of about 5'2", standing near Olivier as Soler bounces another one foul, but he's still standing up there in the seats, and it is a shadow has been cast over the ball field here. Look at that normal-sized guy that just got out of his way.
I've run into Shaq and I've run into LeBron over the years, and never really felt real short. But next to him, I felt I didn't have a chance.
It's unreal. Olivier Rioux out of UC Irvine, the biggest anteater there ever was. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jorge Soler. A wave and a miss on the breaking ball for strike 3, 4th strikeout for Liberatore.
And one thing though, even though you had that good quick lead like that, you don't want to just settle down and be comfortable with that lead. You got to try to add on.
I feel like if I stood next to Olivier, I'd come up to his back pocket probably.
We got to make this happen, Wade. We got to make this happen. That would be the thrill of a lifetime for me.
Well, how do we ring that bell to get Lurch over here?
You got the connections.
It's not like Erica does. She's ready to introduce Olivier to Wemby. 2 out, nobody on as Grissom is the batter. Grissom had that base hit in the 1st inning that brought Soler to the plate. Opposite field single.
Still can't believe that ball didn't get out last night. I thought that was going to be a walk-off home run by Von Grissom, but still a great swing it was.
It was very close to a walk-off homer. Instead, A game-tying double, with the winning run scoring shortly after as Burleson handles that throw from Jordan to end the inning. 1-2-3 as we look up to the giant Olivier Rioux right down the pipe from 7 feet 9 above. Five-0 Angels lead after a big first inning. Walter Urania has held down the Cardinals through 3. They'll face Alec Burleson leading off here in the 4th inning. Burleson had a base hit in the first. Urania had a busy first inning but got out of it. And Burleson leads off the 4th inning with a base hit the other way. Urania walked the leadoff hitter in the 3rd but ended that inning with a double play. Our All-State Good Hands replay shows Grissom bouncing to throw to Oswald Peraza at second base.
That was by design because of the glare in the sun. That's something they've worked on to make sure be able to skip that baseball and be quick enough on the throw by Grissom to Peraza. That was the design play.
See Peraza saying he wouldn't have seen a normal throw. So not only good hands but heads up.
Yes.
By both Grissom and Peraza. I mean, you have to have some confidence to bounce that throw over there successfully. And he bounced it perfect.
Yep.
Kept it in stride for the double play.
You put that work in to know that.
That's a ball in the dirt. O'Hoppe had it clank off his mitt as Burleson goes to second base and stays there. We'll see how that's scored. The man in scoring position now for St. Louis.
Burleson didn't hit that ball hard, but placed it perfectly in the spot at shortstop position where Neto was playing towards the bag at second. Just like that, Cardinals got a guy in scoring position.
I'm curious to see that pitch again. It was ruled a wild pitch. 2 balls and a strike, but it looked very similar to that last delivery, which O'Hoppe caught cleanly.
A lot of power, especially on this count right now for Walker.
Swing and a miss on a nasty breaking ball. Best one we've seen.
Yeah, what a
tonight.
great decision to go with the sweeper and a good break to that one.
Show that wild pitch again. Well, I guess it did skip up on O'Hoppe. So a wild pitch with Burleson at second base now.
What if we'll try another sweeper here? Also try to paint a fastball down and away.
He did, but it wasn't quite up on the corner to the 6'6" Walker. 3-2. Walker's 76 RBIs, tied with C.J. Abrams for the most in the majors. Great year Abrams has had as well. Swing and a miss. Walker chases for strike 3.
And Newbar coming up. Take a look at the last at bat against Urania. Take a look at our Statcast video powered by Google Cloud. The pitch by pitch. Started with a sweeper, 4-seamer, another 4-seamer, sinker, another 4-seamer, back to a sinker. It's the movement on that pitch. Finished it foul ball after foul ball, then finally on a 4-seamer got it by him. One of those sinkers I think might have been a hard changeup also.
Strike 1 on a bullet to Newbar, who struck out his first time. In that first inning, Urania threw 10 pitches, faster than any other he had thrown all season entering tonight. Refreshed after a nearly 2-week break. The Angels designed the rotation coming out of the All-Star break to give Urania the maximum amount of rest possible while keeping his turn.
Soriano too, and you saw the difference for Soriano last night, going 7 really good innings.
Gave up 2 runs last night. Soriano had 7 strikeouts in the game. It was the first time an Angel starter had worked into the 7th inning since June 16th. One ball, 2 strikes on Newbar.
Another 99-mile-an-hour sinker.
Popped up to shallow left. Jose Siri grabs that. 2 outs. Mason Wynn will bat after a ride with Hyundai.
Enjoy your new car.
Thanks. Gotta run. Okay, bye.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
That was a good changeup there. Pretty good separation. 7-8 miles per hour between his changeup and his fastball here tonight.
Mason Wynn at the plate, struck out his first time. Wynn has not provided a lot of punch offensively. A terrific defender at the shortstop position. Lifts this one toward right center. Trout's on the run after it. He gets there and makes the catch. Another scoreless inning for Urania in the 4th. Are you ready, kids? Bikini Bottom. Ready?
Yes.
Coming to the Big A SpongeBob Night, Angel Stadium, Friday, July 31st. First 25,000 fans in attendance will receive a unique SpongeBob Angels jersey. Angels.com/promotions.
That is a fantastic jersey.
Incredible. Here is Joe Adell, who cracked a home run in the first inning against Matthew Liberatore and hit one last night as well. Back-to-back games with a 2-strike home run for Adell. He was 15 overall on the year. Adell still has more home runs and hit by pitches than bases on balls this year.
That is an unbelievable stat.
He has 15 home runs. He has 14 hit by pitches, and he only has 12 walks.
He's got him right where he wants him now. He's got a 1-2 count.
Well, very unlikely he's going to stick around for balls 2, 3, and 4. So how about just smacking a base hit?
Like I said, he had him right where he wanted him. So I'll spot you 2 strikes, and I'll either hit a home run or a base hit.
Adell gets on to lead off here in the bottom of the 4th. Most of the balls the Angels have hit tonight have been over 95 miles an hour, but not that one.
But it looks like it, though.
Here is Oswald Peraza as he swings and misses on the first pitch from Liberatore. Peraza, another guy not waiting around for the walk. He's only got 10. Cracks this one toward right. Walker is in position for the first down.
Series generally up there swinging.
There's not a lot of walks in this part of the lineup. You have Joe Adell leading off the inning with 12.
Like I remember that quote I told you before what Willie Wilson said, if God wanted me to walk, he would have made me a mailman.
Peraza has 10. Siri has 6 and Ohapi has 17. So these 4 hitters in the lineup have the same number of walks combined as Neto and are 25 behind Mike Trout. Balls and 2 strikes on Siri. Runner going. Foul at home plate. We've talked a lot about Don Baylor during this throwback week. The former American League MVP for the Angels in 1979. Groove. Well, in 1986 he was with the Red Sox as they made their run to the World Series that year. And Don Baylor had always been famous for getting hit by pitches. Now that season he got hit by 35, a career high, and he had 31 home runs that year. Balls 2 strikes on Siri, who lofts one toward left center field. It's falling and it's a base hit. Adell's on his way as he gallops to third. Siri knocks one in. And the Angels have men on the corners with one out.
Chance to add on here now after that 5 in the first inning. That slider. Nice job by Siri getting down there and driving that to left center field.
So it's a pretty unique 30-30 club that Don Baylor was in that year. 30 homers and 30 hit by pitches.
I'll tell you what, he was not a comfortable guy to hit with a pitch either, believe me. I'm just happy to say, please take first base, sir.
So Hoppy trying to bunt as he takes ball one. Think about the double play here, so maybe a safety squeeze was in the mind of the manager, Kurt Suzuki.
Feels like he was thinking and doing that on his own, I would think.
It's no balls and 2 strikes. I think the first pitch was called a ball. Hoppy got the bat back in time.
Just watching his batting practice today, I mean, he was really balanced. He was out in front a little bit on that slider there, but his balance was so good in batting practice. If he could carry that into the game, he's going to do some damage. He's pulling off the ball there, though.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The only other 30-30 man with homers and hit batsmen in the same year was Anthony Rizzo in 2015.
Oh, you talk about a guy right on top of the plate.
So he and Don Baylor, the only 2 30-30 members when it came to 30 homers and 30 hit by pitches.
I think that's more impressive than any other stat right there. That's impressive. First of all, how are you still hitting the home runs after you get hit that many times?
1 ball, 2 strikes on O'Hoppe. Adell at third base, Siri at first. The Angels trying to add to a 5-0 lead.
Trying to get something in the air here now.
Hoppy with a weak swing through that slider for strike 3. So Liberator gets the second out. Here's Neto, who's had 2 hits tonight.
$11 for 27 in his career versus the Cardinals.
Liberator allowed 5 runs in the first inning tonight. It's the second time this year the Cardinals gave up 5 runs in the first. They won the other time, though. They came back to beat Atlanta 11-5 in that game. So the Angels trying to add to it, runner going. And Neto lifts a fly ball to center. This should end the inning. As Church waits for it and has it to retire the side.
Today has been really good through 4 innings. Take a look at our StatCast video powered by Google Cloud. 10 whiffs, 5 on his sinker, 2 on his 4-seam. That's 7 combined on his fastball, 2 on his changeup, 1 on his sweeper. That sinker has been devastating, just darting out of the strike zone and getting chases and swing and misses with it.
He's looked good in the first 4 innings. He's allowed 3 hits, no runs. Nathan Church all twisted up.
That's right on cue with the sinker.
It's the 11th swing and miss for Urania tonight. He's at a season high of 17, which came in Seattle earlier this month. Church with a lazy fly ball here. Jose Siri wants this one.
He is entertainment out there.
Earrings dangling. That is stroll down.
And a base hit was going on that fly ball by Neto, too. He had a good jump.
Strike 2, Blaze Jordan. Blaze Jordan was from the same high school in Mississippi that Austin Riley went to. He won some home run derbies, some amateur home run derbies. And there's some videos of him hitting with a metal bat, but hitting 500-foot home runs.
Wow.
At the Rangers Stadium. There's a hard ground ball. Neto with a backhand pick. Long long off balance throws off the mark. He had time to set his feet there. Jordan was still pretty far from the bag. And he ends up getting the bag at first. That'll be an infield hit.
Hit well. Got to it quickly. Yeah, he had a chance to settle, plant and throw. Be an infield hit. That sweeper just a little bit more of the plate than he wanted to. That's the time when you got to get that target well off the plate, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Brian Torres walked his first time. As this ball sharply and through for a base hit. Over to third base goes Jordan. So the Cardinals have met on the corners with back-to-back hits.
You mentioned they were able to come back that one time down 5 early, and now just like that, man, a missed opportunity last half inning to add on, and right away the top of the order here.
Urania in some hotter water here, first and third with 1 out. Third time around now with Weatherhold at the plate. 0 for 2 in this game. Struck out his last time.
Hitting many double plays, only 1.
There's a chance on a slow ground ball to second. Over to second one. Neto to first. Too late. So Weatherhold outruns that, but Jordan does come across. 2 outs in the inning. The Cardinals get on the board. RBI for Weatherhold.
Got a lot on that throw too, but it's too slow to hit. Runs well.
First run for St. Louis. Weatherhold his 39th RBI. Only hitting to 1 double play this year. And with that one too slow to turn.
Good changeup. Good arm action on it. 92-mile-an-hour changeup.
Herrera went into that double play in his last at bat where Grissom bounced that throw to Peraza to avoid the glare of the sun, helping the Angels go around the horn.
Amazing what you could put in as far as your work, knowing that at that time of the day, ground ball to third with your second baseman.
You know, we remember Anthony Rendon doing that from time to time. And of course, Kurt Suzuki was on the Nationals with Rendon. Adam Eaton was as well. I know Rendon taught that play to Neto. I don't know if he was involved there. 1 ball 2 strikes. Runner going as Herrera. It's a slow roller. Peraza was charging in already to cover the bag at second, so he had plenty of time to get in position to make the play. TV brought to you by Hyundai, the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Deals so right they almost feel wrong. Your local SoCal Hyundai dealer. By Jack in the Box, Jack's new Philly style bonus Jack combos. Shaved steak, grilled onions and peppers, and melty cheese starting at $5.99. And by Cerritos Auto Square. No risk buying the wrong car. Test drive your top options in one convenient place. Rod Carew rocking the headband there.
Yes, it was cool seeing Langer and Mike Witt, that combined no-hitter with Lance Parrish catching that combined no-hitter.
Today's actually the anniversary of Rod Carew being inducted into the Hall of Fame. As Mike Trout stands in here, a future Hall of Famer in his own right. It was on this date in 1991 that number 29 Rod Carew was inducted into Cooperstown.
What a player. Still the best scouting report ever on him. Just throw it down the middle and let him get himself out. I'm thinking, aren't we supposed to avoid the middle of the plate? Yeah, but if you pitch inside, he'll turn on, pitch away, or it'll rocket the other way. So just throw it down the middle. Maybe he'll be undecided in a line drive at somebody.
2 balls 1 strike. Hit hard again by Trout. Jordan with a sliding stop and gets out to retire Trout at first, 1 away. So Anthony Rendon said he learned this from Ian Desmond, the former Washington National. With that bounce throw to second base, did that in the game at Fenway Park against the Red Sox. So from Ian Desmond to Anthony Rendon, I know Neto knows about it. And now Vaughn Grissom performing the act.
That was a long throw, too. That was a tremendous bounce pass, though. Fast break.
1 ball, no strikes on Nolan Shawwell, who walked and scored as part of the Angels' 5-run first inning. It's this ball sharply, and that's a base hit.
It's another base hit for Shawwell.
He is now 16 for his last 32.
Well, I think that's 500, isn't it?
That's exactly right. Here is Jorge Soler at a 2-run double in the first inning. Smacked the ball into the left field corner to drive in Trout and Shawwell.
That was his zone right there, too. Exactly where he hits it a long, long way.
Angels scored 5 in the first. They've not scored since. Cardinals finally got on the board in the top of the 5th inning. Albert Urania has largely been in command. 5 innings pitched. 1 run allowed on 5 hits. He's thrown 81 pitches. And it's like they'll give him another inning with the bullpen quiet right now. Liberatore has shaken off that rough first inning by only allowing 3 singles since then and no runs.
Good power sinker working all day long for Urania.
A lot of finals around the majors now tonight, including the Dodgers holding off the Phillies 2-1. A strange double play ended that game with 2 Philly base runners getting caught in rundowns.
And that's so often you have second and third, 1 out, and you're able to escape that without any runs allowed, and the ball never left the infield.
Yeah, on a game-ending double play where both base runners were retired, as the Dodgers held on for their 64th win of the year. They jump over the Brewers again for the #1 record in baseball. Milwaukee was shut out by the Mets tonight 4-0. It's finally got a well-pitched game from Zach Thornton, who picked up his first win.
Well, I think he must have pulled the triple Indy on him there, Thornton.
This is a called 3rd strike for now.
I think that's going to be out.
ABS powered by T-Mobile, and it is still strike 3. That was the first major league win for Thornton tonight. What did he do to them?
Huh?
Triple what?
Triple Indy.
Triple Indy.
Thornton Mellon back to school.
Oh yes, back to school. Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, Wayne, call me sometime when you have no class. We're going throwback.
We're all just looking for our own way to get respect around here.
Yes.
The ball's in a strike on Vaughn Grissom. Been seen back to school in probably 30 years.
Tremendous movie. Robert Downey Jr. in there, a young Robert Downey Jr.
Balls, 2 strikes on Grissom. Grissom even knows who Rodney Dangerfield is.
What's that?
I think Grissom knows who Rodney Dangerfield is.
Yes, he does. He has to.
I think you're just trying to convince yourself.
I am. You got a young Burt Young in there too before all the Rocky movies. Well, he might have been already done those Rocky movies.
I think a couple of those had already come out.
He took care of business though.
Not sure Burt Young was ever young.
You can never forget Oingo Boingo in there, too.
Well, it is throwback week.
Yes.
Been seeing all the pictures of various Angels posted in old movies. They gave Grissom the good, the bad, and the ugly.
He's the good, though.
1 ball, 2 strikes. They put Bachman in Dumb and Dumber.
I'll try not to comment on that one.
I mean, Bachman majored in microbiology at Miami, Ohio. I don't think he could get by Dumb and Dumber. Swing and a miss by Grissom. That ends the inning. Day at the Big A Wednesday, August 12th. The Angels take on the Texas Rangers, and the first 23,000 fans in attendance receive a commemorative one-of-a-kind limited release D23 Mickey Mouse bobblehead. Plus a limited number of unique golden Mickeys will be randomly distributed. Visit angels.com/promotions. Now our producer Max Linewan tells us that those are his childhood friends. Is that what he said?
High school friends.
High school friends.
See, he went back to school, too.
Well, unfortunately, they all look like Cardinal fans. No balls, 2 strikes on Alec Burleson. Tell you what, in the Cardinals game notes, they give just about every link possible between the city of Los Angeles, Orange County, California in general, to the Cardinals. This ball is hit up the middle sharply for a base hit by Burleson. He's 3 for 3 now.
0-2 pitch, got a lot of the plate there.
I mean, they've got, of course, they have John Mozeliak, who worked for the Cardinals for 30 years in there. Andre Palante went to San Clemente High School. We talked about Nathan Church out of El Toro High School. Michael McGreevy went to San Clemente, on and on. This is a long list. A lot of people are on it, including our very own Erica Weston, who worked as part of Cardinal telecasts from 2018 through 21. But they do not, for all the people listed, I'm telling you, there are about 20 people listed between the connections of the Cardinals to this area, and they don't have Max on there.
That doesn't make sense.
He used to work on Cardinal broadcasts too. He went to college in St. Louis. His high school friends are all Cardinal fans, which is their problem.
Well, we knew you couldn't let that one go.
It even says former Cardinals personnel that have been with the Angels, and it lists all kinds of people. But there's nowhere to be found. There's Max Linewan. That's incredible. Mike Maddox, John Mabry, La Russa, Pujols is on here. Ozzie Smith.
Erica was waving.
Erica's on there, but no Max. Even the writer from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, who grew up in Anaheim, Daniel Guerrero, grew up an Angels fan. He's a Cardinal beat writer. He's on there. Wow. But not Max. 0-2 on Jordan Walker, who grounds one foul. You just saw John Mozeliak. Well, he drafted this behemoth at the plate, Jordan Walker. 6'6", 250-pound blossoming 24-year-old. That was John Mozeliak's first-round pick back in 2020.
You got to get him to chase something out of the strike zone here. 0-2, well off the plate. A lot of plate again.
Walker stayed alive. It's still 0-2. In the 2020 draft, remember, it was only 5 rounds because of COVID. Well, the Cardinals drafted Wynn, Burleson, and Walker that year.
That's a pretty good draft. These are all excellent players.
Angels are hoping that John Mozeliak's first draft as interim GM will lead to similar success, drafting a lot of college players after the 17-year-old first-round pick Jared Grinlinger. Swing and a miss. Walker down on strikes.
Nasty sinker. After he pitched that sinker away, ran the sinker in. Good sequence by O'Hoppe and Arena on that one. Sinker away, then sinker in. And sinker missed.
Second time Walker has struck out. Arena has fanned 5.
Some bullpen action going for the Halos right now.
One out here in the 6th as Nootbaar bats. John Mozeliak had a lot to say yesterday as he met with the media before the Angels and Cardinals played the opener of the series. Trade deadline is looming. And the Angels are working hard to figure out the path forward for the organization. This ball is lined towards center. Trout coming on. Bends down to make the catch.
That's a good jump. Good read right away for Trout on that one.
Almost into a catcher's crouch to handle that line drive.
It was 110 off the bat, too. Quickly came in on it. Able to make the play. See how his head stayed still in his eyes? No movement at all in that one. That was just a really good play by Trout.
First time Urena has retired a batter on the first pitch today. It's near the end of his night. Appreciates that first pitch out. Here's Mason Wynn taking ball 1.
Numbers on the first pitch, though, when you think about it, it hit pretty hard, but after that, not so much. That's why you generally would think swing hard at him first pitch.
2 balls, no strikes, the count on Wynn. Urena is frustrated after that last one. Chase Silseth is up.
Last batter regardless here.
We'll have a discussion and we'll find out what's on the menu at Jack in the Box.
Don't get FOMO. Get my Philly style bonus Jack combos and new Philly Munchie Meal.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
I'm sure you saw John Mozeliak's comments yesterday. Just at the very least refreshing to hear the thoroughness and the willingness to answer questions from the man running baseball operations here for the Angels.
Yes. Smart man, confident man, successful man.
It's good to hear as much transparency as someone like him can give at this time of the year. 2-0 as Wynn cuts through the fastball. Still 99 for Urena.
It's the best sinker I've seen him throw, and I mean it's a good sinker he has normally. That was a 4-seamer there, but his sinker has been really good tonight.
Seems the 2 weeks off helped as Wynn pops one up foul.
Back with another 4-seamer. You know what, right here, if you're Urena, it's my best pitch of the night coming right now.
Two balls, 2 strikes, the count. Now 3-2.
7 swing and misses on his sinker, tying the season high, and it's been a firm 101 to 99 throughout on his sinker.
Runner will go with his full count pitch coming to Mason Wynn. And it's driven in the air to left, but hangs up for Jose Siri as he stomps toward it to make the catch. 6 solid innings from the rookie Urena tonight. Honda dealers follow at Helpful Honda and they can help you too. By OC Healthcare Agency, your mental wellness resource. Those Cabbage Patch dolls.
Yes.
And by your Southern California Lexus dealers, experience amazing. The Reggie Jackson Cabbage Patch there. Is that Bob Boone too?
Yes, look at that. Outstanding.
Can you get that Reggie one on eBay or something? Catcher Herrera is pointing out toward something in the outfield that messed with Liberator's delivery there. Oliver Marmol wants to talk to the crew chief, Dan Bellino, who is the first base umpire. What happened here? Herrera was trying to call time or something, and
I think because I think the scoreboard was still flashing up there.
The home plate umpire, Mark Ripperger, Did not grant timeout before that pitch was called, but now see if anything changes following this discussion with Dan Bellina. Bellino, Chicago Italian, by the way, crew chief. So you know we're in good hands.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Due to an inadvertent error by the scoreboard operator, the previous pitch will not be counted.
I thought it was still kind of flashing at that point.
Due to that scoreboard error, that first pitch from Liberator will be wiped from the record. Joe Adell leading off here in the bottom of the 6th, did a 2-run homer off Liberator in the first. Had a single his last at bat, and last night was hit by a pitch to walk off a ball game. It's the 6th Angel to ever do that.
And Conger, you know he had to be on that list.
And Conger against the Mets about a dozen years ago was the last time. We go back to Wally Joyner before that, and then 3 times it happened in the 60s. One ball, one strike on Adell in the leadoff spot here in the 6th. Late on that one, and it's
got him right where he wants him again. See the scoreboard right here is still kind of flashing, showing more Joe Adell highlights. That's what it was. He said we've seen enough of it in live. We don't need to see it on the big screen.
Line to shallow right center. This is Church moving in for the out. Adell had an 0-for-24 skid until yesterday. Now he's had multi-hit games in back-to-back contests. So Adell trending in the right direction again. 1 out as Peraza bats. Peraza fly to right field his first time. Struck out his first at bat tonight. Peraza now 26 years old.
A lot of power, especially against left-handed pitching.
Former Yankee prospect starting to find a little more opportunity to develop as a member of the Angels. And we've seen him play a lot of second base and third base this year. We know he could play shortstop too.
First pitch coming up for him now. Good little battle here for Peraza.
Still 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Peraza, a good line drive hitter, and he's certainly shown some power at times.
We talk a lot about that series for Trout in New York against the Yankees. He had a big series himself. Aaron Boone was real happy with that.
Yeah, the Yankees let him go. They favored Anthony Volpe. The two were battling for the shortstop position there. There's a rocket, but foul. That's exactly what we're talking about with Peraza and his ability to strike the baseball.
That is a long way out, but foul. Quick as hands can be. Slider right down the heart of the plate.
So he's always impressed with his strength because you don't really think about him that way when you see him, but he can hit the ball a long way and hard. 3-2 the count. Good at bat here for Peraza. He takes ball 4, so Peraza wins the long battle with a walk.
With a walk on that one too. He was behind early.
For a limited time, you can save 20% on an Angels.TV seasonal pass. You stream Angels baseball in market all summer long. Watch games at home or on the go. Live or on demand, subject to national exclusivities like yesterday. Visit Angels.TV for details. Take advantage of this limited time offer. Into the bullpen go the Cardinals.
All these blockbuster movies are out right now. What blockbuster movie would you like to make a cameo appearance?
All-time favorite, Blades of Glory, with Will Ferrell, John Hatter. I don't know if mine's blockbuster, but my favorite movie of all time is Benchwarmers. And because I don't like the sun, I get Howie a lot from the guys out here eating sunscreen. So I would love to make an appearance in the Benchwarmers as Howie's little brother. Yeah, I'd like to be like one of the bad guys in that movie, chasing him down the river.
Now it's a blockbuster.
That's a blockbuster now. Yes.
I think we need to define blockbuster.
I know.
Blades of Glory.
There were two really good ones, though. I love that, though. Great calls on that one. Oh, man, that was too funny. Both those guys had me rolling on that one.
Jose Siri leading off against Matt Swanson, who is the new pitcher.
What movie would you like to do a cameo?
In that vein, I'd like to show up in Anchorman, That guy fit right in with that crew. Maybe in the fight scene where all the different news anchors are all brawling. Here's a little loop toward left center as Church comes in to make the catch. I could have wound up with Ben Stiller's team or Vince Vaughn, taking care of Burgundy and those other clowns.
Erica, what would you like to have in a cameo appearance? What movie would you like to do?
This is so random. Okay, I'm gonna go the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so I can be April O'Neil, and so I can go to their pizza party.
That is random.
I put some research into that one for you, Gooby. You like that?
Oh, wow. Never have enough Ninja Turtles. You just really can't. Yes.
April O'Neil, she was a journalist, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's perfect.
Glad you're keeping up there, Wayne.
Logan O'Hoppe at the plate with 2 outs. What about you?
Spider-Man. I want to be in a new Spider-Man movie.
What are you going to play, though?
Just some villain. I could be some tall villain, although I used to think I was tall, but now I'm not anymore.
For you, you'd be a medium-sized villain.
Because I know the Hulk is in the new Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man's my all-time favorite. So just to kind of walk through there and check out a disaster, I'm right there.
Spider-Man is probably a Mets fan, though.
Wow.
Don't you think? What is he from? New York, wasn't he?
Well, you know what? Yeah. Wow.
Well, I thought you Philly guys don't like those New Yorkers like that.
I love Spider-Man, though.
1 ball, 1 strike on O'Hoppe, and a little bouncer back toward the middle as Weatherholt ends this blockbuster of a 6th inning. TV presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. By Infinity, experience their luxury SUV at your local retailer today. And by StubHub, a proud partner of Angels baseball.
What an outstanding job by Walbert Randy again tonight. Outstanding.
Went 6 innings, allowed 1 run on 6 hits, struck out 5, and now he gives way to Mitch Ferris here in the top of the 7th inning against Jose Fermin. Mitch Ferris might be thinking, hey, I know that guy.
Yeah.
I sit with him in the bullpen every day. And this is a different Jose Fermin. The way Oliver Marmol matching up here Fermin against the lefty as he bats for Church makes it less likely that we will get the ultimate Jose Fermin versus Jose Fermin matchup in this series. We'll push for it tomorrow.
Yes.
To balls and a strike on the Cardinals. Jose Fermin. The Angels. Jose Fermin got the win yesterday, pitching in the 9th inning when the team was down 2-1. This Jose Fermin hits one down the left field side of the corner. Just foul.
Just foul. Real close.
Cardinals didn't square up Urania much. Urania allowed 6 hits. They were all singles. Alec Burleson had 3 of them. This was one of the hardest hit balls we've seen from a Cardinal. Just fouled though.
Thank you. Siri made sure he let us all know.
That's helpful.
Got that changeup he can throw. He'll turn that over though.
That was the changeup, but Fermin just threw his bat at it to foul it off.
And you're about ready to flip that top of the order coming up. So this first batter is huge for Ferris and the Angels.
Bottom of the order due up. Fermin, Jordan, and Torres. As Fermin chops it up the middle, Neto runs it down, throws on the run to first to retire Fermin.
There's Mr. Scoop.
1 out here in the top of the 7th. We'll have our Hyundai 7th inning stretch with 2 more outs. Blaze Jordan, the batter, at a base hit and a run scored his last time. There's the good changeup. 0-1. Statcast actually has a new metric that keeps track of swing timing and miss distance, how far a hitter is missing a pitch.
I'm sure they're real happy about that one.
That fastball right in there. Well, I'll tell you who's happy about it is Mitch Ferris, because his changeup is one of the toughest pitches to come close to on the Angels staff. Jose Soriano's curveball is the pitch that Angel pitchers get their opponents to miss the most by the most distance, about 8 inches per miss.
That's unreal
on Soriano's curve. But Ferris's changeup is not far behind.
There it is. Right on cue. He missed that by quite a bit.
So 2 outs.
Turns that one over. Not a lot of spin on it.
So his changeup, and you just saw it there, is missed by roughly 7 inches per swing and miss, which is the highest for any changeup in the major leagues. And one of the highest pitches by any Angels pitcher. So that's an extremely effective pitch under that guy.
Always the key for Mitch is to be able to get ahead, and then he can get, you know, hitters to chase and expand out of the strike zone with it.
And
like
Nelson
that.
Velasquez doing just that. Velasquez batting for Brian Torres. The ball's 2 strikes the count. Swing and a miss.
Yes.
By 3.
He had him looking changeup, got the express.
1-2-3 inning for Ferris. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the top of the 7th. That leads us to our Hyundai 7th inning stretch into Atlanta for Manny Machado's 45th career multi-home run game as he nears 400 career home runs. Machado blasting a pair against the Braves tonight as the Padres get an important win, beating San Diego, rather beating Atlanta 8-3 at Truist Park. The Marlins have lost 8 straight, but they turned a pretty cool triple play tonight. It was the first triple play in the majors since the Angels turned one against the Dodgers and Shohei last year. Around the horn with that one off the bat of Jose Altuve. Here tonight at Angel Stadium, we've seen a well-pitched game from the Halos after a 5-run first.
Urania's sinker, Wayne, was so good all game long. 101 miles per hour on the sinker. A lot of swing and misses. You know, he threw the ball well. Mitch Ferris committed a nice job. 5 runs in the first. Then they leave a little add-on runs. You like to have a little add-on insurance, but Joe Adell, again, with 2 strikes, back-to-back games with home runs with 2 strikes on them.
I just want to see you playing the villain in Spider-Man. That'd be good for me. Ah! That was our Hyundai 7th inning stretch. Join your Angels for every Saturday night home game and stay to enjoy a post-game Saturday night fireworks show driven by your SoCal Hyundai dealers. Visit angels.com/promotions for a list of Saturday night fireworks. New pitcher for the Cardinals. We've seen him before. A guy with just an absolutely awful name for a relief pitcher, Scott Blewett.
Fastball, 91, 94, curveball, changeup.
That's worse than Bob Walk could ever be for a pitcher. Essentially a relief pitcher. Blewett.
Unless you were Homer Simpson, the pitcher.
Yeah, that would be bad. Well, yeah, Homer Bush.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Grant Balfour was a good one. It kind of looks like ball 4, but nothing could top Blewett. 2 balls, no strikes on Neto. At least he's pitching here with the team behind, so it's been well blown before he could enter. Jose Fermin is in center field. As Neto whiffs on that, it's 2-1.
2-0 curveball, just a little bit off the plate. Slider. Two hits today for Neto.
Both against the starter. Liberatore went 5 1/3, allowed 9 hits tonight. Those 5 first-inning runs. Angels haven't tacked on any since then, but they still enjoy a comfortable lead. Cardinals have been shut down through 7 innings to just 1 run, thanks to Urania and now Ferris. Looks like Ferris might get another inning. Doesn't seem like anybody's up in the bullpen right now either.
That was off the plate, but no more challenges. This would be an important base runner to get on Neto. This could be a combination to be able to steal a bag.
This team really has not figured out when or how to challenge. They've way too often lost challenges before you get into the crunch time of the game. And it's not even really just a team issue. We see it with all the teams. Swing and a miss here by Neto, strike 3. 1 out here in the 7th. Angels scored 5 in the first. Their first 6 batters reached safely.
And that was even took a good play by Newbar, a perfect throw to third to get Neto. Taking advantage, testing those outfield arms for the Cardinals. This is a rocket to right field. This is one of those plays too. You think, oh, this is a big time chance, and Soler was able to score on that one. So 2 times, even Wynn at one point, they thought he was surprised it sent home.
Mason Wynn, when Shotwell ran through the stop sign, beat Wynn's throw to the plate on Soler's double. And Joe Adell cracked a 2-run homer later in that first inning, capped the 5-run rally. Ball 1 strike on Trout with a base hit and run scored in that first. Angels trying to win their 3rd straight game. It's been a while since they've had a 3 or more game winning streak.
Trout with a couple home runs in his career versus the Cardinals. Remember that one in St. Louis? Was it a go-ahead run, home run in the 9th?
It was last year, right? In the opening series, or was that 2 years ago? 4 years ago?
You don't know. It was a while ago. I know that. I think it was.
Was it 23?
Yes.
It was 2-1. The problem is that we went to St. Louis in the 2nd series in 23 and 25, so they're kind of bleeding together. But yeah, I think it was 23 when
yes.
that one. We got there.
Yeah.
All right, Trout, you don't see that much. 3-1, and Trout chased ball 4 way out of the
When
zone.
you think about Trout and chases, that doesn't add up together all that often.
Especially when the count's in his favor. Three and 2 now on Trout. And there is ball 4. So Trout does draw his 71st walk of the season.
Trout with 8 stolen bases this season. Has not been caught.
Only 3 hitters in the majors with more walks than Trout. James Wood of Washington. Taylor Ward has 79, and Nick Kurtz of the A's. A weird year Taylor Ward's had. He's walked 79 times. He has a 386 on base percentage, but he's not hitting for a bunch of power. He only has 7 homers and 27 RBIs.
Especially when you think where he was last year as far as the home runs and RBIs.
And the funny thing about it is, he's on pace for having a similar WAR as he usually does. His weighted runs created are about the same as usual, so he's just doing it very differently. 2 balls and a strike. It's strange. You think going into a free agent year, that's not the way you'd want to do it.
No. See those counts now for Shawnuel where he likes to try to get that barrel out quickly. He's worked himself into a hitter's count.
It's 2-1. And now 3-1. Ball 4. So
everyone was kind of waiting around for that one.
Back-to-back walks from Blewett. Well, the hits have been few and far between for Soler lately, but he did have a big hit in this game. Smacked a 2-run double into the left field corner.
And he's always looking early in the count for something middle in.
Blewett has not been around the plate much to the first 2 hitters, or the first 3 hitters really. Neto did strike out, but walks, putting a couple of men on base here. Cleveland beat Minnesota tonight 5-2. Guardians jump back into a first-place tie with the White Sox, who were beat up in Texas tonight 10-0. Soler whiffs by a wide margin there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Imagine he's going to see another slider here. See if he can get one that hangs out over the plate, though. Slider got a little bit more of the plate. That's what he was hoping for in that swing.
It's 3-2 now. Blewett has.
I wonder if they're going here too. Wayne, I know there's a punch out in the game for Soler, and it's very important for Shawnuel to get a good jump as the trail runner here too.
This will be the 25th pitch already in this inning. It's in there for strike 3. So Soler has punched out now 3 more times tonight, giving him 24 strikeouts in his last 15 games.
all over the bottom part of the strike zone with that slider.
Two walks, 2 strikeouts on 25 pitches for Blewett. His fielders have just had to stand around here for the duration of this half inning to this point.
And generally, you just kind of miss that half a step when you're that wild on the mound. So it's not easy to make a great play if it comes up in this inning.
They've thrown 11 strikes, 15 out of the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike on Grissom.
A lot of sliders. Splitters, sliders. This is kind of shocking. No attempted stolen bases at all either here tonight.
Ivan Herrera behind the plate. You feel like that's automatic to run on him with.
Great hitter. It's a tough time throwing out would-be base stealers.
Ground ball to the second baseman, so finally a ball in play, and that ends the inning. Our Kia players profile tonight. A couple of World Series heroes for the Angels and the Cardinals. 2002 champions with the Angels, 2006 with St. Louis. David Eckstein was the World Series MVP. And look at Zach Neto laying out for that ball, rifled off the bat of Weatherhold.
The glove. A little Gary Payton, the glove.
Neto said it was a no-look catch.
What a play.
Stuck the arm out as far as he could and made the play. So Mitch Ferris retires the first batter of the inning, and now Kurt Suzuki will remove him from the ball game. Ferris set down all 4 batters that he faced. Angels baseball on AB TV presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. By Villa Ford of Orange. Step up to the plate and drive home a winner today at Villa Ford of Orange. Joe Adell helping the Angels trying to get in the win column for a 3rd straight day. He's homered for a 2nd straight day. It was part of a 5-run first inning. It's all the Angels have needed so far. And pitchers have held the Cardinals to just 1 run in 7 1/3 innings. Now Chase Silseth will trying to keep that going.
Touching 96, 97 with his fastball. You know that sweeper throw and splitter.
Ivan Herrera 1 for 3 with a base hit. Which of the Angels have not stolen a base tonight, with Herrera behind the plate. Opposing base stealers dating back to September of 2024 have been successful in 50 consecutive stolen base tries against Herrera. 50 for 50. The Angels have not really attempted one tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike on Herrera.
He takes a healthy hack, and he's got some great bat speed and power.
He does. Herrera from Panama City. Was a Yadier Molina fan growing up, even though he was from Panama, not Puerto Rico. You don't have to be from Puerto Rico to admire Yadi. Or his brother, for that matter.
Yes, or his other brother too.
And Jose
all
Molina.
3, all world champions.
Jose Molina gets lost in the shuffle of the Molinas. But
he was a real good catcher.
Of course he was. 2-2. 3-2 now on Herrera. Benji Molina, 2002 champion with the Angels.
For the cycle too, remember?
Oh, who could forget?
Yes, in Fenway Park.
3-2. And Herrera pops it up. Silseth wants it. He's been called off. Grissom.
I like the effort though. Call for it.
2 outs. ABTV brings you the Angel games, and it's presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Day game tomorrow to finish this series. On to San Francisco for 3, then right back home to play the Astros and the Milwaukee Brewers.
Astros won today. They've been kind of sliding back a little bit again.
Had a tough time with Baltimore earlier in the week over the weekend. Orioles knocked them around. The Astros beat the Marlins tonight. Miami has started to struggle again. They've lost 8 in a row.
It's that straight up stance, hands up high.
Worked for Burleson tonight. He has 3 hits.
It's the baseball hard.
You'd think on baseball standards they'd call Burleson Burley. And they call everybody with a name like that. Shorten the last name, put a Y on the end of it.
Yeah.
But Burleson actually gets called Biscuits, because when he was in college he went by DJ Burley Biscuits. So they took out the Burley and just went with Biscuits.
Biscuits.
Looks like he's handled a biscuit or 2 in his day.
See if he can get a swing and miss on a splitter here, though. And try a fastball. He's hit a couple of fastballs elevated so far today for hits.
Harry Carey would say that when a batter would fly out to the warning track. Harry, of course, spent about 25 years as the voice of the Cardinals. Just 1 more biscuit for breakfast in the morning, and that would have been a home run. 2 balls, 2 strikes on DJ Burley Biscuits, Alec Burleson.
Almost got him to go after that sweeper down and in.
That one Burleson did not chase down. 3-2. Burleson has had 1 4-hit game in his career.
Jeez.
That was a big fastball from Silseth to end the inning. 1-2-3. Big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. Official jerseys and memorabilia, hats and hoodies. We have the whole season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Angels, the official source for your Angel gear. Beautiful night here at the Big A. Is there any other kind?
Perfect weather again.
Incredible. Joe Adell leads off here in the bottom of the 8th against Scott Blewett.
Going to challenge that one.
The catcher's challenging the pitch.
Might not be right on that one, though.
Cardinals challenge powered by T-Mobile, and it is a ball.
Pitches the ball. St. Louis has one challenge remaining.
And that makes no sense to challenge. You're down by 4. You have only one more time to bat. The batters need the challenges.
Yes.
Not the pitcher. 2 balls, no strikes on Adell. And there's nobody on base. It's the first pitch of the at bat. What's the point?
Yeah, you got to save that for your batters there in the 9th.
2 balls, no strikes on Adell. I don't know if any team has really mastered the art of challenging. But there has to be some, at least a few teams that have it more figured out than some of the ways we've seen it go throughout this season.
I remember in spring training a couple years ago when they were starting to do that. Alejandro Kirk for Toronto was as good as anybody I've ever seen. Now I haven't really looked a lot because he was out when we saw him Toronto earlier, but he was really good. He knew exactly when to challenge.
Adell gets jammed as he pops this one out. 1 out here in the 8th and a ride with Kia. The Houston Astros have been the best team at challenging in the major leagues this year. They're at 61%. I don't even know if, I mean, even that, and they've won the most challenges as well by a wide margin, 72. So maybe they've figured it out to some degree. We haven't seen them all that much despite being in the same division. The Diamondbacks are second at 57%, but even so, it's more about when you challenge than how many you win. The Astros are the only team above 60%. Arizona's second, 57%.
I figured the Astros would be pretty good. They were always good as far as positioning their outfielders and in the alleys and ahead of the curve quite a bit.
The Angels are at 44% success rate, which is well below average. Raza with a fly ball to shallow left center. Mason Wingott seems to be a little bit off the mark there as he put his back to the infield, but he makes the catch anyway. 2 outs. The Rockies challenge the most in terms of the rate of challenges, but they're terrible at it. They're 43%. So they're wasting time with all those challenges. Ground ball fair down the third base side. Siri has a bid for extra bases. 2 out double.
2-hit night for Siri. Fourth double, along with 5 home runs this year. Right down the line.
Fly to left. This is Nootbaar to end the inning. Angels with a 4-run lead as we head to the ninth.
Was up 5-1 here, top of the ninth against the Cards, trying to get these first 2 games and win this series so far against the Cardinals. I go back to Hyundai Key for the game today. Take on me, Joe Adell with 2 strikes. He takes on a breaking ball and hits one out again today. Back-to-back games with 2 strikes on him, hitting curveballs out of the yard. He was trying to win this game 2 with a 3-game set. Zephyr on the bump.
Kurt Suzuki has stopped short of anointing Zephyr as the closer, but this is kind of a typical way you'd use your closer with a 4-run lead, even though it's not a save situation. Ryan Zephyr is on to protect this 5-1 advantage, with Jordan Walker swinging and missing on the first pitch.
Like the fact he's using his fastball.
It's been a very strong stretch for Zephyr dating back to June 1st. Struck out close to half the batters that he has faced. Walker has already punched out twice tonight. Walbert Urania's in line for his 6th win. As Walker chops it off the bag, and that's a base hit. Just a lucky bounce. Would have been a tough play for Grissom, but he would have had a chance after Walker hit that ball pretty hard. No chance after this ball hits the base.
Yeah, right down the line. Put himself in position to backhand and make a quick throw.
Leadoff man is on. It's the 7th hit for the Cardinals. They've all been singles tonight. First 6 were against the starter Urania. Ferris and Silseth were 2 perfect innings combined. It's the first Cardinal base runner since Burleson had a single in the 6th inning. Nootbaar is 0 for 3 tonight. Couldn't hold his swing. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Trying to gear up to that 97-mile-an-hour fastball from Zephyr.
Series will conclude tomorrow. Reed Detmers tries to win at Angel Stadium for the first time this year. Despite having some excellent starts in this ballpark, has not had a win.
That's still hard to believe.
It's very good his last time out, but it was another no decision against the Tigers. Cardinals have not announced their starter yet for tomorrow, but we believe it to be right-hander Hunter Dobbins, the former Red Sox pitcher. We'll have a 1 o'clock start tomorrow. Coming up, Angels live postgame presented by Kia. Team will head to San Francisco. You guys going tomorrow?
Yes.
It'll be a quick trip. You'll be in San Francisco by dinner time tomorrow. 48 hours between the arrival and the Friday night's game. It's a lot of extra time. One ball, 2 strikes.
Muscle up a little bit. That is 98 from Zephyr. Perfect pitch there.
Nootbaar wants to challenge, called a 3rd strike.
That's worth the challenge. I think it's going to be a strike though, but that's why you saved one of them.
Yeah, exactly. This will be a challenge lost. Yeah. Now St. Louis is out of challenges, whereas they still would have had 1 left.
Yeah, that's definitely worth the challenge for sure on that one.
But Herrera's in the last inning wasn't.
Nope.
That's how they lost the other one.
Tight slider there, perfect spot.
One out. Here's Mason Wynn. Ball 1 from Zephyr. Wynn runs well, but he's hitting some double plays this year, 7 of them. 2 balls and a strike for Mean on deck. Angels could win this series if they hold on here in the 9th inning.
Great spot there.
Pulled off the walk-off win, come from behind last night. Wow.
Just drop that elbow. You see when you drop it, it's going to elevate. By dropping the elbow, it flattens your wrist out. You're not staying on top of it. That'll get your attention.
Big pitch here. It's 3-2 with a runner on first. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
It's the old up and in, down and away.
It's back-to-back strikeouts for Zephyr-John.
Tight sweeper.
Two outs. Jose Fermin, the batter. Flied out, or rather grounded out in his first plate appearance tonight. And he gets hit by a pitch here, so the Cardinals get an extra base runner. And now one more would bring the tying run to the plate.
Just slipped out of his hand, a sweeper.
Blaze Jordan due up. Angels with a chance tonight to win a game after scoring 5 runs in the first inning and then not scoring again the rest of the game. It'll only be the 6th time in franchise history. Strike 1 to Blaze Jordan. Last time it happened in Houston in 2022. Angels scored 6 in the first and won 6-0. A ball's and a strike on Jordan. Jordan gets on. You have Jimmy Crooks in the on deck circle, and you have Brent Suter getting ready in a hurry. Crooks is a left-handed batter on deck. Also have the lefty Weatherholt due behind him.
Very big pitch here now for Zephyr-John and the Angels. Huge pitch.
Swing and a miss. 2-2 now on Jordan. Angels trying to win their 3rd in a row. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Saying goodnight to the Cardinals. A 5-run first and a well-pitched game sends the Angels to a 3-game win streak.
Zephyr-John, and he wanted to be in the bench warmers. He could grab some bench there with that punch out. Joe Adell. Home run in the first inning. Back-to-back games for home runs for Adell.
3 more strikeouts in that 9th inning for Zephyr-John as it continues this stretch where he now has 35 strikeouts over his last 21 1/3 innings.
All set up because now he's got a lot of trust in his fastball. Makes that sweeper and slider that much better.
First time in about 6 weeks the Angels have had a 3-game win streak. Joe Adell homer to help the Halos win last night and did it again tonight.
Yeah, with 2 strikes too. Again, a breaking ball. Love that swing. A lot of power. Oh, crushed it.
15 home runs on the year for Adell. A 5-run first inning. Angels didn't score again after that. Didn't need to thanks to Walbert Urania and 3 relievers. Urania gets his 6th win of the year.
He was so good again tonight.
Mitch Ferris, Chase Silseth, and Ryan Zephyr-John shut the door out of the bullpen. And the Halo will shine brightly tonight after the Angels score another win on this homestand.
Just an all-around solid game. Good to see that the Halos putting it together.
Joe Adell's our Toyota player of the game, standing by with Erica Weston.
Joe, 3 straight wins for you guys, but let's go back to the 5-run first inning. As you're walking to the plate, you see the line moving with everybody in front of you, reaching base. What are you thinking as you're stepping into the box against Liberatore?
100%. Just keep it going. Really was the mindset. Just picking out good pitches. We mastered the approach in the first inning, and then the pitching shut the door down for the rest of the way, so it was awesome.
I know you talked about that before the game too, but back-to-back games with a home run. Do you feel like you picked up where you left off last night?
100%. You got to feed off the momentum, so that's my goal, is to wake up in the morning and do the same thing all over again.
What kind of momentum are you guys playing with right now?
Just pass the baton. Really just what one guy does, you take notes of it. We're helping each other through every at-bat, and that's what teams do, so we're in a good spot.
A really well-pitched game, but going back to Urania, just brilliant again. Looked refreshed, dialing up 101 in the first inning, but watching him out there in right field tonight, what'd you think?
Oh, yeah, Mike was giving me the nod of the head and right. His stuff was nasty. I know I wouldn't have wanted him to be in there tonight. That was different. So he's been excellent since he's gotten here, so proud of him.
A lot of fun to watch. Thanks for the time, Joe.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Angels beat the Cardinals.
That was a good one. Win a series against the Cardinals.
They can sweep it tomorrow. Reed Detmers will be on the mound for the Halos as the Angels beat the Cardinals tonight. 5-1 the final. We'll be back to wrap it up.